What's up, everybody? Mike Lindsley back with you for an ML Sports Take. It's all brought to you by our great friends at Stanley Law Offices, Stumble and Monkey Brewing Company, and the Syracuse Fitness Store. If you're in and around Central New York, get on over to the Syracuse Fitness Store. I mean, they got treadmills. They've got bikes. I'm looking at mine right here to the left. They've got unbelievable weights, great options for your workout routine on a daily basis. Let's go. I did not see that coming. I'm already getting, the text and the messages like, how could you only pick the Bonnies by 2 points? Guys, it's college basketball, man. Every single time you roll the ball out, you have no idea. I thought that this game was going to be a very physical game, and it turned out to not be that way. It turned out to be a finesse game because St. Bonaventure, I thought, controlled the style, controlled the tempo, controlled the schematic approach to this basketball game, and they just flat out dominated. There's no other way to really shake this out. I mean, if we had to search for a negative, and I'm really searching here because I don't really have one, but if I had to really, really search for one, I thought in the first half, they could have been up like 15, 20 points. Bonnies were getting looks from the outside, from the inside, controlling the half court, controlling the full court. They were all over the floor, hands-on ball. Rhode Island, again, penchant for turning the ball over, which tonight, again, they did it 16 times. Bonnie turned it over 12 times, but the difference was 9 assists to the 16 turnovers for Rhodey, and Bona went 16 to 12 with assist turnovers. So while Bonaventure didn't have a great game in terms of the turnovers, they still did, have obviously 7 more assists than Rhode Island. But if I had to look for, like I said, something that was negative, and again, I'm really reaching, it was probably that they could have been up by more than 8 points at the half. And the reason was because when Rhode Island went to the zone, which in the beginning it was smart, and then Bonaventure just kind of figured it out, but St. Bonnie wasn't going inside. They could have been, dumping the ball up over the top to Oshun. And then finally, they started to really do that. Unbelievable lob plays to Oshun. And by the way, things are really going well for you when Oshuni is nailing 3-point shots. I mean, my God, how about that 3 that he hit late? I'm going to start, though, as far as players are concerned and performances, Jalen Hadaway. I mean, this guy right now is the best player for me and my money on the team. I mean, he is someone who, when you are going through a scoring drought, he makes a basket. When you're on the fast break, he finishes the play. When you're on defense, he's got the active hands. He can burn you from the outside. He's super confident right now. You can just tell he was doing this stuff the entire way. I tell you what, I think Jalen Hadaway right now is playing the best basketball maybe of anybody in the A10. And I don't care who you put up against him. He was unbelievable tonight. 23 points. He was 2 for 5 from the outside. And he had 6 overall rebounds. Oshun, stellar game, 14 points, 9 rebounds, and it was the aggressive offensive approach as the game went on. Now, look, they missed a lot of cheapies around the rim. They missed a lot of open shots, the dump downs, and all the rest. But as the game went on, Oshun got better, bigger, stronger, and finished with 14. He had 2 blocks, 9 rebounds. It was funny. I was Facebook messaging the other night with Caswell Cyrus, and I'd asked him to come on, and he said, yeah, I don't really like talking about myself or whatever else, and, get Tim Wynn on. I said, I've had Tim on a bunch of times. In fact, Tim was one of my first college interviews back at WSBU Radio, 88.3 The Buzz, but Caswell said to me, you do a great job, and, I really hope Oshun breaks the record, and I thought that was a classy gesture, a classy, thing to type to me. But anyways, Oshun was great. He has been great during the stretch for St. Bona. He has been the aggressive center that we need. I don't know if he was unhealthy before. I have no idea if he was tired. I don't know if the back was bothering. I don't know. But, man, when he plays this way, he's such a force on both ends of the floor. Holmes was pretty good tonight, 11 points. I thought he was really, really solid on the defensive side. He did have 4 turnovers, but he had 4 assists, 3 rebounds. It was just a steady game for Holmes. He didn't really blow anybody away. Dom Welch tonight seemed like he struggled a little bit from the floor, 3 for 7 from 3, and those were the only buckets he made. He went 3 for 10 from the floor, had 9 points in this game. But the key with Welch is that even in a game like this, Dominic Welch is rebounding the ball so well. If you notice how Bonaventure is rebounding the basketball, and they had a 32-28 edge tonight, the guards are getting after it. Really, really good rebounding teams in college basketball, usually annually. Villanova, Gonzaga, Baylor, Auburn. You think about all those teams. The guards are really the reason why, because they get into the, just inside the free throw line, and then a couple others get, places, and the ball gets tipped and then rebounded on the weak side as well from off shots. And I just think that the Bonnies right now with Welch and Holmes and Attaway, they are really, really getting rebounds, and it's a huge deal because Rhodey many times went down there, and Rhode Island is not a very good offensive team. I was very impressed with the talent of the Mitchell twins. Obviously, they had 27 points combined and 16 rebounds. They were going to get those, but other than that, they don't have anything. Walker, Martin, Carey don't do anything for you off the bench. Elamine, my God, how old are we with Khalid Elamine's kid now playing at Rhode Island? Oh, my God. Remember Khalid Elamine? He was the point guard for the Connecticut Huskies on the 99 championship team that beat Duke, and Trajan Langdon and Elton Brand and all the rest. One of the great upsets in the history of college basketball. Rip Hamilton was on that team. Jake Voskuhl on that team. Ricky Moore was a sixth man coming off the bench and the sixth man of the year. Yeah, that was a pretty good team. Anyway, back to this game. That's all they got, though. Leggett, this is a far cry from Fats Russell, Fats Russell's team, right? I mean, my God. And then the Bonnies got, some solid minutes, from Coulibaly. I think, I got to tell you, when they go through 3 to 5 to 6 minute stretches with Coulibaly in there and Oshun in there together, I really like that. And you're able to body down, you're able to change some things up. Here's another couple of notes before I sign off. St. Bonaventure, another unbelievable game from the floor overall. 27 of 60. That's good for 45%. And they were perfect from the free throw line. They're starting to get that. Remember that just a couple of years back, right? And even last year, Mark Schmidt teams, when the game is on the line and it's late, they make free throws, man. Going all the way back to the Adams teams and Posley and those guys. They just make free throws. And tonight they were perfect. They were 11-4-11. Bonaventure isn't a three-point shooting team. They shot 21 times. Again, if I had to reach for another negative, I like them more in that 12 to 15 attempt range. But they were able to make 8 for a 38.1% clip. You can't really argue with it. Bonnies are looking good, man. They're looking good. 18-7 overall, 10-4 in the conference now. And now things get real interesting, don't they? Because now St. Bonaventure has to go on the road for 2. If they can win these next 2 games, they come home March 4th against Richmond. All these games obviously are enormous the rest of the way. But there's a real possibility here that they can definitely win out. And I still think that this team needs to win the A-10 tournament to get in. But many are saying, and Joe Lunardi being one of them lately, that Bonaventure is kind of creeping back into the bubble talk here. Again, a lot has to fall your way when you're a mid-major. Bonaventure has those 2 really dark, just those black mark losses at George Mason, blown out. They lost by 9, but it felt like 20. And Northern Iowa at home, right? Those were the 2 that really killed you. And really the blowout, on ESPN too with Virginia Tech. I mean, you lose that game by 37 points. You lose by double digits to an undermanned UConn team. UConn doesn't bother me as much. Northern Iowa kills me. Mason on the road kills me. Virginia Tech, maybe if you play a little closer, that game looks obviously a little bit better. But terrific stuff tonight. Bonaventure was outstanding in all phases of the game. I did not expect that big of a win. Picked them by 2, could have seen them win by 6, 7, 8. Didn't see them winning, by that margin of 18. Did not see that. So thanks for watching. Unbelievable stuff here. So pumped up about this team right now. Thanks for watching. Hey, please do me a huge favor. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and like the video. They both help unbelievably. And we are brought to you by our great friends over at Rosie's Corner, Brewerton Ace Hardware, and our friends at Tiny Bubbles Laundromat. That's right, Tiny Bubbles. If you're in and around Central New York, Fulton, Liverpool, and East Syracuse, they have the Pay Range mobile app, and it's really, really great. You can wash, dry, fold laundry for only $1 a pound. Look, life is busy. Maybe you don't have a washer and dryer at home. Maybe you're doing other things, etc. You don't, wash your clothes at home. Just bring pounds and pounds and pounds of laundry over to my friends at Tiny Bubbles Laundromat. 3 terrific locations: Liverpool, East Syracuse, and Fulton. Do want to mention a big tip of the cap thank you as well to Barks and Rec Doggy Daycare, Ken's Auto Detailing, and Elevate Fitness of Syracuse. St. Bonaventure is now 18-7, 10-4 in conference, and now they have 2 road games coming up and then home against Richmond to round things out for this regular season of college basketball. Unbelievable. Hit me on Twitter at Mike L Sports. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.